The Sesh Podcast, episode 195, take 1. Hello, Oreos. I am your host, Fat Jen, joined by my co-host, long-haired Kourtney Kardashian.
Okay.
Young Cher.
Also, who do we have here? Our lovely producers. What celebrity lookalikes are you guys?
I got a DM the other day that, honestly, I look so much like this girl. Did you guys ever watch Hocus?
This girl.
Hocus Pocus.
Hocus Pocus, the
Yeah.
new
Oh,
one?
yes.
There's this...
Oh, no, not the new
Oh
one.
my God, look it up. This girl kind of looks like
Pull
me.
it up on the screen.
What's her name?
I forgot.
Perfect.
Hocus Pocus 2.
What is that called? Like a
Doppelganger.
doppelganger.
I'm sorry. All these bitches are ugly as hell compared to you, Karelly. Who? Oh, well, maybe.
Oh, you meant the witches?
Yeah.
She's looking at the witches.
Yeah.
And you're probably looking at the old ones.
They're ugly as hell. No, Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh, wait, look on the screen. This is what...
I don't think so.
No?
I
Not-
see it. I can see
I
it.
guess the smile, actually, and the hair.
Yeah, definitely smile.
Yeah.
She's cute.
She is cute. She has good fashion
Do you
sense, like
see it?
Karelly. Kinda.
Okay, what about you, Sydney? Do you ever get a celebrity doppelganger
I
moment?
don't think I look like her really anymore. I don't even know before, but I have been told I look a little bit like Natalie Portman.
Oh, I
But I
don't
don't-
see it.
I don't
I
really
can see that. I
Let me
can
see.
see it. Pull up
Okay,
Natalie Portman
yeah.
again. I need a refresh on what she looks like. She's the
Natalie
one from the
Portman.
Swan thing.
Black Swan.
Yeah.
The swan thing.
Oh, I can see it.
Look at me.
Especially if she had,
That's like
if she
a-
had
or like
darker
an-
hair.
It's hard. I don't really have many.
Well, I get all the time Jennifer Aniston. And I also get Kelly Clarkson a lot too.
I don't see
Kelly
Kelly
Clarkson at all.
Do you see Jen?
Yeah, kinda. I see the face.
I always tell Josh that and he's like, what? Those people are crazy.
Oh.
I'm like, wow, okay.
That's
Okay,
beautiful.
you used to look a lot like Cameron Diaz when you had bleach blonde
I know
hair.
you always tell me that. I don't,
You did.
when I was like a child.
No, when you bleached your hair blonde when
Even
you were
then?
having a crisis back in like high school.
I
You were
was
having a
having
crisis.
a crisis.
Wait, you thought she looked like
I went to the
Cameron
hair-
Diaz?
Yes. And so does
I
my
don't
mom.
know.
My mom always
I don't
thought
see
too.
that. I've never seen that.
Okay, I will pull up a picture
Right there.
I don't see anything. Yeah, I'm not.
of
mm-mm.
you though.
Maybe when I was like a
Longoria.
5-year-old and
That's
my hair
you.
was naturally
Yeah,
blonde. But
that-
yeah, I had a crisis because
Yeah, what was your
Whoa.
crisis?
my boyfriend
Actually, I
broke
think
up
this
with
was-
me and he was like kind of hooking up with this other girl. So I brought a picture of the other girl to my hairstylist and asked her to do my hair the same.
Shut up.
Uh-huh.
That is so iconic. You're
Uh-huh.
like, let me look like her.
And I really want to tell you this girl's name, but I feel like I should not say it on the show.
Would I know her
Well,
for
no,
some
you
reason?
wouldn't know her. I guess I can just
Which
say it.
boyfriend was it? Just give me a context clue.
Initial.
D.
Got it.
Worked at the donut shop.
Oh, okay. I don't remember.
That was
anything.
very early on. But yeah, the girl, her name was
I know
One-
who that is.
I bet you do.
I know,
Because
yes.
you
Wait.
yes.
I know
how
who,
would she-
exactly who that is,
Well,
and that makes sense.
Yeah, because you went in the same like high school group.
Okay, this is actually
That's
horrible.
so funny. We
Oh, and she's on the
In
proms
honor
team.
of Thanksgiving coming up
We
here in a
did
few months,
do it on
on
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, me, Kendall, and then Kendall's Anna Lee, you guys know Anna Lee,
Yeah.
we went out to this like random field and had a full-on photo shoot.
yeah,
and
we're,
like
perfect
literally
day to leave our families and just
have a photo shoot.
Have a
And we like
narcissistic
actually
moment.
tried to like
oh yeah.
have a fucking
We were
photo
models,
shoot.
and I was
We
so
were, like-
proud of these. These are all over my Facebook.
Oh my
See how
God.
white I got my hair? Oh my God!
I'm sending them to you right now. Oh, look at who do I think I am? And I
Dude,
thought
you
I
look gorgeous.
I thought I
you
really ate,
I
though.
remember taking that one.
Oh, look at this metal mouth. Let's
Oh,
go, baby.
Sexy, but these look good. Honestly, we look fucking good. That was our youth. That's the best we're gonna look.
Ooh,
No,
look
my
at this
hair was
one.
actually horrible.
Okay, this is totally Cameron Diaz.
What?
Yes.
I'm not seeing Cameron Diaz in there at all, and
I-
I don't see Jennifer Aniston, and I don't see Kelly Clarkson.
What?
I can see. People tell me Jen Aniston all the
I
time.
think it's true.
I am like, okay, yes, I have green eyes, and her hair is dyed similar to me. She has like the highlights with the same brown base that I do, but
Brown base.
but I am clearly not Jen. I'm Fat Jen.
Okay.
Stop. No.
Can you
Okay,
talk
that's
about Fat
okay.
Jen, please?
That's
'Cause
okay.
people are gonna be like,
Karelly.
don't say that.
It's not
Fat is
mean
literally just
to
an
say that.
adjective.
I can say that I am fatter than Jennifer Aniston. Like I think
Okay.
we can all tell.
Maybe don't put this in here, but Kendall, I found her. She's married.
Oh my gosh, the
If we
girl.
block her out, can we stick her
We
in?
have
really
to
pretty.
beep out the name though.
Oh, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
fine.
I'm so confused how you know her because you
Because she took my boyfriend, kind
She
of.
took her man.
But I think she only kind of helped direct him to, and I think they like had a little hookup, and then she directed him to her friend.
Oh.
I used to think she was so pretty.
I did too. We knew each other through lacrosse too.
And she did palms.
Yeah, and I did palms as well. But
What
different.
are poms? Is that like cheerleading but with just pom-poms?
It's like dance with pom poms.
Oh.
Mhm.
I mentioned it
I did
really
competitive palms.
Wow, competitive palmer.
I regret it so much because I
Why?
love dancing, and I wish I did like hip hop or lyrical more. I like ended up going the full palms thing, and it's so stressful.
No.
It's like synchronized swimming, but in the real
I
life.
wanted to join it. And my
Is
family
water
said
not
no.
real life?
In real life. Okay, so I know the synchronized swimming thing is out of control. It's like the crazy. How do people
I
do
know
that?
it's so cool,
It's
especially when they
insane to
go
me.
in and they do kind
Yes.
of like a corkscrew, and they're like
Yes.
somehow it's crazy.
It's
really
crazy to
cool.
me.
Mhm.
Anyways, that was a side note.
See, that's what I don't like that though. Having to be so in sync with other people, that's really hard to do, and I was not good at it. And I
all group
always got
dancing
shit.
is like that.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, true. There's a little more like lax with hip hop.
You think?
Yeah, it's like people. There's not as much have to be exactly on time with each other.
Okay.
It's a little more like everyone express yourself a little differently, but we'll do the same choreography.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
All right.
Well, anyway, guys, welcome back to the Sesh. I am so happy to be here today.
Wow.
Mainly because
Why? Oh, right.
I'm going
you are.
to try these Oreos that I wanted to
Oh.
try. You don't know how many times this weekend I wanted to open these motherfuckers.
I think I do because you've been talking about it since you got them.
Dude, I love anything Coke flavored. I love Coke.
I do too.
I love Coca-Cola, right,
Yep,
Sid?
Coca-Cola.
It's so good. It's like my little
No.
treat every once in a while. Even I went to a concert last week. I don't even drink these days. I'm like, this is an opportunity to have a Coke.
Wow.
Do you-
It's
And
so
that's
good.
fine. And that's fine.
And
You
I
don't need to be
miss
drinking. What do
having
you want?
Coke.
Why did you stop having Coke? Because it's bad for you?
Yeah, because
Oh.
it's loaded with sugar. But
Yeah.
I do love the shit.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Do you prefer zero or diet?
She's a zero girl.
I'm a zero girl, yeah.
Same.
But I don't mind diet. I'll do any type of
Any
Coke
Coke.
at all.
Aspartame.
Mm-hmm,
Mm.
mm-hmm. You know, there was I watched this show on Netflix. Hang on.
Oh.
This show on Netflix called Receiver. It's kind of like that quarterback show.
Uh-huh.
And one of the dude's dad was like really amping up Coke and was like telling his son, like, before you go out there, you just need to down a Coke.
Oh.
It's better than an energy drink. So
That
ever since he
is
said that, I'm like,
odd.
yes, sir.
So now you should be downing Coke every time
Yes.
before you get on
If
camera.
NFL players do, then I need to do it too.
Okay, you know what? Let's just whip this bitch open because I know you can't handle yourself.
I'm so excited. These are the Coca-Cola Oreos, and these have popping candy inside.
Like Pop Rocks?
Yeah.
All right. Hit
Pop
me.
Rocks.
I'm excited. I
I'm
don't really
so
like
pumped.
I'm not a Coke girly. I'm much more of a Dr. Pepper girly.
I love Dr. Pepper too. I love all the sodies. I don't discriminate
I'd rather
against
have
sodies.
Pepsi over Coke too.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
I just don't like Coke.
I love Coke, but I also do like Pepsi.
I'd
Because it
rather
reminds
have
me
a
of my
Pepsi.
grandpa. It's like nostalgic. All right, let's have an ASMR moment. That was a terrible moment. Oh my gosh. Wow. They smell like Coke.
I feel like
Let
I
me
can smell
smell.
it from here.
These are hard to get. This is the new collaboration between Coke and Oreo. They also have a Coke Zero that is Oreo flavored. And it sounds
Yes.
nasty, but people have been raving about it. I've seen nothing but positive reviews. But I had to order these on Amazon because I had them like on my Target alerts. They just ain't coming, or they're coming and going too quick.
Okay, let's go. Come on.
Okay. Oh,
I don't have any more.
serious about
I
this.
have no more patience.
Oh, got no patience. They smell like Coke. You don't have to eat them. I will
No, I'm
have
gonna
them
eat
alone.
them.
You
No.
two aren't eating them either, huh?
Okay,
Why
I'll
are
take a
they
bite of
eating
it.
Okay, hold on. That was insane. We just had a side combo going that was not going to be on this show. And she took a bite and goes, why am I eating it? And Lily takes it out of her mouth and puts it back.
I didn't want to ruin the moment.
All right.
I'm like forgetting the taste. That
Okay,
did not happen. I want my
cheers.
live reaction.
Cheers.
Cheers.
That's disgusting.
Yeah.
Tastes like poison. Like it tastes like chemicals.
Ew.
Yeah, it's an Oreo. They're made out of chemicals.
Oh,
Tastes like
I didn't realize
cherry.
there's Pop
I hate
Rocks.
Yeah, they're popping in the back.
The reason it's popping is to give it like the soda vibe, I think, you know?
Yeah, that's the. I like the popping.
I'll give it one more bite. What do you think? You're the one that was so excited. You've said nothing.
I'm still trying to process.
Okay.
It kind of tastes just like the gummy bears. You know what I mean?
Can we listen?
I don't like it.
I am so disappointed.
Thank you. I agree.
They don't taste like Coke.
No.
They kind of smell like Coke. The popping candies are fun, but they get kind of annoying after a while. Like if I was eating a lot of these, I'd be over it pretty
It
quick.
tastes like bad cherry flavor.
Yeah, why is there cherry? This isn't supposed to be cherry Coke. This
It's
is just
gross.
regular Coke.
It's gross.
I do like the red cookie though. That's kind of cute.
It looks cute. The concept is cute.
I feel like they could have done such a better job. That was like a flop.
But why does soda even need to collaborate with a cookie, really?
Because idiots like us will buy it.
Like me.
Well, we have another drink, another drink
okay.
inspired.
This I'm excited.
I'm trying
about.
just the inside now.
Just the cream.
I'm trying to finish this full process review over here.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just
Guys are trying to move
no,
on.
Just creaming.
I haven't even gotten through my cookie. Okay. Yeah. Nope.
The middle tastes like nothing.
The middle tastes like nothing. I think the cookies taste like nothing. Would they just put some scented air on it? Fuck.
Scented air.
I'm pissed. I waited all the last 3 days for this.
I know, and it's bad. It tastes like ass.
Yeah, it's not good.
Heartbroken. I bought 2 packs
They're gross, bro.
because I thought I was going to love them so much that I would want to savor them and like have a backup.
You should
Nasty.
save it as a collector's item,
Yeah.
and then like
That's
30
true.
years from now, just
Sell it.
or like preserve it and give it to the museum.
And people would want that. The museum.
Yeah,
The Museum of Failed Oreos.
They should have done a collab with like a jelly bean or something.
There's already like
Oh.
Coke jelly beans.
Oh,
I was
okay.
going to say like that's
I
the
guess
type
that's-
of Coke candies I like. The little Coke gummies.
Okay, the Coke
and
gummies are good.
I love
Those
those.
things go hard.
I don't think Coke and cookies need to happen.
No, I don't
Wow.
like it.
Ugh, my mouth won't stop
Agreed.
popping.
Yeah, the popping thing is like bothering me. And usually I love Pop Rocks, but like,
This is a lot. This
Yeah.
is too much.
yeah.
I'm actually angry.
Oh, okay.
I need to calm down.
Oh,
Let's take a moment.
let's take a moment. Moment of silence for your disappointment.
Fuck you, Oreo. I am so excited about today's sponsor of the podcast, Lola V, which was created by one of my favorite actresses, Jennifer Aniston, which people tell me all the time that I look like Jennifer Aniston. I lovingly refer to myself as Fat Jen, and I will take that. I will be Fat Jen. But really, I love this hair care line. I have been using it the last couple of months, and it is so good. I truly mean that. I am very picky about what I use on my hair because my hair is so fine and it is so greasy that if I don't use the right products, I have to shower much more often, which obviously showering is a good thing, but I really like to wash my hair as little as humanly possible. And I have to tell you about my top 3 Lola V hair care products that really have made a difference in my routine. First off, their conditioner. Oh my gosh. Doesn't it smell so good, Janelle? You've smelled it before, right?
Oh my God, it smells so good.
It's
Especially
like-
the hair mask too.
Oh yeah. The conditioner's like iced tea or something, or Earl Grey. There's
Yeah,
like a tea scent.
It's very good.
It
It's very
is-
spa-like.
Yeah, very spa-like, very fancy, very fresh. I also love their perfecting leave-in. It really helps me control the frizz. But I think my favorite product of all is their light hair oil. I always have trouble finding an oil that I can put on my hair when it's already dry. Like if I put in a thick oil when it's wet, it's fine. But if I try to go back in and rehydrate the locks with a real thick oil, it's not going to work for me. This hair oil is, I'm telling you, the best light hair oil that I have ever used.
It actually really
It's
is.
so good. It's like the thinnest consistency. I wish all hair oils were like this. It completely transforms my hair. Even this morning, we did a little photo shoot. My hair was looking real kind of frizzy, and I used the oil and it just pulled it all together real well.
The fact that you can use this hair oil on damp hair or totally dry is what makes
Yeah.
the game changer for me.
Exactly.
Because
yeah.
so many oils you put on dry hair and it looks just disgusting and greasy. And this
Yeah.
does not do that.
And you want to get back in the shower.
Exactly.
We don't want to be doing that. So our girl Jen, she worked with the industry-leading chemist to develop a proprietary bond technology known as Biomimetic Peptide Pro 3. So the Lola V lineup could deliver on both naturally derived ingredients and high-performance results. Derived from chia seeds, the technology constructs a new protective cuticle around the hair where damage begins to keep it healthy and looking its best. Think of it as an all-around defense against signs of aging and damage on the hair. So check out Lola V's products at your local Ulta Beauty location to experience the luxurious scent for yourself. I'm telling you guys, it's one of my favorite scents out there. Or you can head directly to their website, lolav.com. And as our loyal listeners, you'll get an exclusive 15% off your entire order when you use the code SESH15 at checkout. That's 15% off your order at LOLAVIE.com with promo code SESH15. Please note that you can only use one promo code per order and discounts cannot be combined. After you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. So please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Your hair will thank you. Jan, you've left your remains on my side.
I didn't want them anymore.
Well, I don't want them either.
Oh, this is payback for leaving soggy Doritos as a kid in the bag.
You'll never get over that.
No.
She just brought it up to someone like yesterday. What'd you tell my
You
mother-in-law?
are the one that brought it up. And
Who'd
then
you tell? I can't remember.
Yeah, your mother-in-law.
Oh.
You're the one that...
Was it?
No,
Or
it was your stepmom.
My stepmom.
You're the one that brought it up. Okay? And you're the one that
Brought
did,
this-
and did the crime.
I brought the soggy Doritos up?
Yes,
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah, I did. Why did I bring that
I
up?
don't know. Okay, moving on. We now are going to be trying the Mountain Dew Baja Blast gelato. I am extremely excited for this.
They've made it really annoying to get it, though. You have
Very
to order it
annoying.
through the app.
And this little tiny thing costs like $4.
Yeah. I was
God.
like,
It's literally 3 ounces.
I was expecting not a pint, but I was expecting more than this.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
I was
tiny as
thinking
hell.
more like this size.
Now,
Yeah.
I will tell you something, folks. I already have a bone to pick.
okay.
And let me show you why. Crack this thing open. There is a seal. They're making this in a factory, not in the Taco Bell restaurants.
Janelle, with peace and love, you really thought they were like churning it out?
Yes. Yes.
Mm.
I thought they'd
They have an
make...
Italian making the gelato in the back.
Yes.
Imported from Italy.
I did think that. I thought they'd at least like have it come out of a machine. They literally just package this, and you're telling me you can't
I
get this
did kind of
crap
think it
on
would
the
be a
app?
machine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But not every app, because your app doesn't have it. Only my app had
right.
it.
I tried to get it. App wouldn't let me.
Were
But
you
yours would.
updated?
Yeah. I don't know. Good question.
Probably not. You didn't get the gelato update.
Okay. Well, that's nice.
This better be good, or else I'm really
if
going to
it's
lose
not good,
faith
I'm gonna be
in humanity
pissed.
today.
No, if it's not good, we're canceling the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
Okay, get a bite.
It looks like sorbet. Sorbet.
Okay, smell. It smells like the stuff. Oh, you just went
Ooh.
right in. Oh,
No, I didn't.
okay, ready, go.
I thought we were smelling it.
Oh, well,
You're leading this.
it does smell like that. That's severely disappointing.
That is.
Does it just taste like an over
It doesn't
frozen
even
Baja
really-
Blast
It tastes
freeze
like
or whatever?
water ice with the tiniest hint of Baja Blast.
I'm not even really getting the Baja
Like,
Blast.
barely.
I don't know if the cookie still fucked up my mouth, but
It's like literally tastes like
Vanilla?
snow, like plain snow.
yeah, where is
This
the
is
Baja?
severely underwhelming.
Imagine-
Now I'm actually getting pissed off because this is
These
like
brands
crap.
are taking us for fools, and we are.
What is this thing? The hell? Where's this made?
Italy.
No, it says it's distributed by Talk. Okay, but where is it made? It doesn't even say. It doesn't even
sounded
fucking
like
say.
your dad there.
Shut up, Mark. Anyways, I'm pissed. This is trash.
Yeah, what the hell? All
It doesn't taste
right,
like anything.
episode canceled. Bye.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.
next time.
Good one, Kendall.
This is where I sleep when the show is in it.
Actually, I have taken a nap on this thing before.
How do you nap on this? It's
You
like
have to curl your body.
Fetal position.
you
I
gotta
don't think that would work for me.
curl your body.
Anyway, guys, what the hell
Trash.
do we got going on today?
Trash.
We have quite a few topics. First, I think we need to follow up on our conversation from last week about the secret lives of the Mormon wives.
Oh, I have so much to say.
Mhm.
Last time we spoke, I was on episode 3, but I wasn't really paying attention fully. But then my friend Kayla came over and I rewatched the 3 episodes and then the rest of the season. So now I'm like an expert.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you rewatch some of them, you're like,
Mm-hmm.
I am not an expert. I will say, I still
I'm not an expert.
kind of half watched a lot of it.
I'm not an expert, but
I was
very
zoning
good.
a lot.
I am disappointed that there was only 8 episodes. And now what am I supposed to do?
What else are we disappointed with today?
I am disappointed in a lot of things. Oh, also, if you can see, I have an insanely bad spray tan going on. So shout out
What?
to me.
I didn't even notice. We just did a photo shoot.
Yeah.
Couldn't even tell.
It's very
Yeah,
splotchy.
That's looking wild. How'd that
Yeah.
happen?
I don't know. So I just wanted to point that out.
Okay, thank you.
Anyways, Mormon wives. Okay, I have many thoughts. Where should we even start here?
I don't know. I think you should guide it because
Do you guys want to clear up some stuff from last week?
Oh, yes,
yes.
sure.
Yeah.
We would like to
Yes.
right our wrongs.
the Mormons can, in fact, have caffeine.
Yes.
We are wrong, and we'd like to issue an apology.
I'm sorry. Okay, so people in the comments said that the reason why they have soda and not coffee and tea is because, well, I read multiple things. I read that coffee and tea is hot, So you can't have like hot drinks.
What? Why? I did see comments about that.
Because that's what was told to John Smith.
Yeah. They're like,
right.
He had a revelation.
Yeah.
Jesus spoke to him. Well,
wait, is that actually?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I
Like
thought.
that was his message,
Yes.
was don't have
was
hot
don't
drinks.
have hot drinks, yes. And that was later interpreted as coffee and tea. But it's
So what's wrong
nowhere
with
in
soda?
the
'Cause
scripture.
it's
Or no.
cold.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. The soda's cold. They can
Unless
have
you
it.
drink
Okay.
hot soda, which I can't think of anything much worse. Although I do have a question with that. Can you drink iced tea and iced coffee?
That's what I was wondering too.
So, but
Because there's something about tannins.
yes,
Yeah, so what is
tannins,
tannin?
and also that they're brewed, because I believe that these brewed drinks are somewhat like
Witchcraft.
Blasphemous.
yeah, and so that's another reason why they can have soda but not coffee and tea. I don't know. However, I am a little bit confused still, because one of my best friends comes from a Mormon family, and she was like, no, it's because they are like Mormons invest in Pepsi products, so they're allowed to have
What?
Pepsi. Yes.
See, I always just thought it was the caffeine. I had a Mormon friend growing up, and I just figured it was caffeine. Like his parents didn't want him to be too hyped up or something.
Yeah. So I'm still a little bit confused on the real reasoning, because I got many mixed signals. But maybe it's all
Back
of the
up
above.
though. What
Yeah.
the hell is tannin?
It has to do with wine. I was gonna say there's tannins in wine.
There's tannins in wine, and tannins are a compound found in like fruit and stuff.
Yeah.
So like
Like, no.
a lot of different fruit has it. Like grapes are really high in tannins, apples are high in tannins, nuts and like different grains.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a chemical that
What's wrong with them?
Nothing
they're
really.
nothing. But they
Okay.
will drink wine occasionally.
Which
Which
yeah makes no sense.
right, it doesn't. But like they'll do it like ceremoniously.
Mm.
Okay, then that makes sense.
And
And if
then-
it's like for their religion, right?
Right. But they're not like, I don't think they're getting fucked up on wine. Also, another thing that I was reading was that there's a lot of reports of Jonathan Smith. That's not his name, Joseph Smith.
Didn't you say John Smith earlier?
No, it's Joseph Smith. Fuck. What's his name? The Mormon man.
Mormon man.
The Mormon man.
The Mormon man.
It sounds like the
The
Muffin
Mormon
man.
man?
The Mormon man.
Who lives on Drury Lane?
Yes.
Did I say Joe Smith?
You said John.
I said John Smith. That's
And
Pocahontas.
that's.
Isn't it?
I was laughing.
And Jonathan and
Let me correct myself. Joseph Smith. He was recorded smoking
God,
cigarettes, drinking teas and coffees. And
Scandalous.
I know. And he's the one that wrote that you shouldn't do this.
And he's
So-
like, except for me.
except for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
I want to know from people. Why are you sorry?
Because I said John Smith.
That's terrible. Thank you for correcting the record.
I think I'm just like, I don't know if I'm just dumb or
No.
or just like, I don't know. These names just get stuck in my head.
It's
I think
okay.
it's just like in the basic name category, so it's easy to like confuse the basic name.
That's true.
Joe and John.
Joseph and John.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry, Joseph.
Okay. Now name all of the disciples. Just kidding. Anyway. I would like to know from any Mormons out there, do you follow the rule about the tannins? Like how is it
Yeah.
like people do they care?
I
or
don't
is
know.
it
I think it kind of depends. Like, I think some
I guess your level
some
of-
do,
yeah,
and
right.
some don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
This show actually brought a lot of controversy up within like people that are,
Yes.
they follow the Mormon faith and they're in it and they're like, this portrays us wrong and blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
I saw that. And then I saw Aspen Ovard, who lives in Utah, grew up in Utah, and was not Mormon, but has spent a lot of time in Mormon churches, I guess, and like friends with a lot of Mormons. And she was like, I don't know what all you are upset about. It portrayed it very accurately, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, those are my words, but those were her words
Sure.
interpreted through me.
Interesting.
I know. So
You can only drink wine if you make it yourself.
Oh, okay.
who's time for that?
Joseph.
You can basically ferment anything into alcohol.
Is that right?
You stomp on grapes and then, I mean, I know there's a lot more that goes into it.
Just stomp on the grapes and they become alcohol.
Yeah. So, anyways, like we discussed, I'm trying to hit some of the highlights here.
Yeah. What are the highlights? Well, finally, we got to see Whitney address the TikTok thing. And I was so happy
Oh.
they brought that up. I was like, oh, it's happening.
So
Yes.
good.
Yeah.
Baby,
That was
love me.
hilarious. She really feels
She was like
traumatized.
she was like crying about it,
Very, very victim.
and I was laughing about it.
Like, girl, just own it.
I still think it's so funny.
Yeah, I do think it's hilarious.
Didn't she say that Taylor isn't getting as much flack from the audience, like from the
Yes.
public,
Yeah, she did
for
say
like
that.
For swinging.
for swinging, and she got way more for this baby video?
Yeah, which
Well,
I don't know.
think the baby video went much more viral, right?
No.
Really?
This was like,
Oh.
Taylor's thing was really viral. Well,
Hmm.
I don't know. But yeah, she finally addressed it and she's like crying about it. She's like, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that was
felt so bad.
really funny.
And then we talked about how Jen threw that party for her husband's graduation, and then they went to the hot tub and they whipped out a flask.
Yep, I
that
did
was
see
big
that.
drama, big drama.
Mhm. That was a good moment.
Yep.
Mhm.
What
do
they
you
were like
think
all
it-
offended.
Honestly, I want to get your guys' opinion on this. Would you be, if you were Jen and her husband,
Zach.
would you be offended
Yes.
if somebody, because it's explicit, like no alcohol, right?
I would be pissed if
okay.
if I was hosting a party and it was like no alcohol and someone just like blatantly disrespected it, I'd be fucking pissed.
Yeah.
What, you
Agreed.
can't
I
not
agree.
drink for one party?
I agree.
Or like if you really have to do it, go drink in your car. Like why are
Yeah,
you doing it
yeah.
in front of everyone? That's so disrespectful.
and like offering it to everyone else. too.
yeah, that's so disrespectful.
Yeah.
So I
it
get why
is.
she was pissed. I'd be pissed too.
Mm-hmm. What did you guys think of the Fruity Pebbles box?
Oh, that I
gift
thought it was
box.
funny as hell.
I think Whitney was wrong for that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You don't think
Because-
so? Kendall doesn't think so.
I don't, but it's not, like, I wouldn't have been offended by it personally, but maybe I can see why she would. So,
Do
It
we
was kind of
know?
funny.
Do we know what the Fruity Pebble incident was? Because they
I
said it was something
think-
about tasting.
yeah, I think
So somebody's
it seemed like from the moves, because at one point she like stands over the other girl.
It was
I think
something
it was
to do
Cooch
with
meets Pebbles.
sexual.
Something, yeah. Yes.
It was definitely a sexual act
Thing, yeah.
that was happening. And I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was basically like at some point they were on a girls' trip and one of the girls, is it Jen? What's her name? I don't know anyone's name.
No.
Whitney gave it to
Yes.
to
Yeah, it was
Demi or
Whitney.
Jessie.
Whitney gave it to
Jesse?
Demi was the
Oh,
Oh, it was
Demi.
Demi.
yeah.
They all
Oh, yeah,
look
and I
the
like
exact
her.
same.
yeah. Demi and
I like
Jesse
Demi.
look like
Yes, they
literally
look-
exact.
they
totally
do.
alike.
Okay. And so she was the one who had the Pebbles incident.
Yes, and she like,
Okay.
confided in them, and then like Whitney, I think shared the information with the others, and then
Well, she
created that
called
mean
she
gift.
called the guy in front of all of them and he didn't know he was on the phone. She was like asking him to confirm, did we do this
Yeah.
with the Pebbles?
Right.
And he did, but he didn't know that the whole group was listening, which I was kind of like, and she said he was mad at her for that. But then, yeah, Whitney brings a box of
I
the
thought it
Fruity
was
Pebbles.
funny.
I thought it was funny too.
I was like, okay, we can't have a joke now.
Like, I would like that, but I
Yeah.
don't know. I think people did not like that she did that.
No, everyone was kind of like, ooh, cross the line.
I would be upset because it's getting brought back up and it's an incident. And like, especially as like these people seem very conservative with like their, with like their sexual relation, you know what I mean? Like being
Yes.
public
Except
about
for
that.
Whitney.
Except for Whitney. Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I think that was just a little too far. If it made her uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Hmm. Maybe they're not on that level. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
No.
be offended if any of you guys did that, but maybe I would be if like someone that we were like
Also,
sort of ish friends with,
Yeah.
that because it's weird that they're all forced to kind of be together
Yeah.
because of the show.
Right.
and like, I feel like Whitney did it a little bit more maliciously than in a joking way.
No, for sure she did.
Yeah.
She was trying to like
Stir
try to
the
be a
pot.
bitch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't like Whitney.
oh, Whitney. Poor Whitney. Whitney's like exiled from the whole group. They unfollowed her. They got her off the fucking group
Well, she was
chat.
the one that no, she left the group
Oh, you're
chat.
right. You're right. She left the group chat. They unfollowed her.
They all did it at once too.
They
at
all
the-
did it at once.
Well, she was supposed to go to that launch party. Who was that?
baby
Macy?
mama.
Yeah.
Her like
Macy.
her new line.
Yes, and she just didn't show up and didn't text her
And
to
Macy
let her know.
and her were really good friends. So she was
Yeah.
like, "How could you not come?"
Betrayed.
And
so all the girls decided, let's unfollow her on the count of 1, 2, 3.
I was dying.
They're all like,
because
go.
there was this literally right before it. One of them was like, this event is like during one of their interviews was like, this event is all about empowering women and supporting women and uplifting each other. And then the next thing is literally like, unfollow on 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so then they all go to Vegas for Layla's birthday party, and this is where drama really starts to happen. Okay, people, because Jessie plans this surprise for all of them, where she's like, we're gonna go to a show. It's gonna be so fun. Get into the party bus, and they don't know where they're going. And where do they end up? Chippendales.
Yeah.
And
baby.
isn't
Best
Zach
place
like
on earth.
pissed?
So
That
Zach,
was so funny.
who is Jen's husband,
A flack.
yeah, right. She ends up telling him like, yeah, we ended up going to Chippendales, and he starts like freaking out, which I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
it's not her fault.
It's so dramatic and ridiculous.
This guy is a loser.
I think if you can't allow your partner to even see other people, especially at a fun, I mean,
Yeah.
Chippendales is pretty goofy.
Yeah.
There was like grandmas there. They were showing them in the
Yes.
audience
Yes.
on the
Yeah.
stage. It's not a big deal. She wasn't up there doing anything.
Yeah.
And how
She didn't
insecure
even end
are
up
you?
going.
Exactly.
You fucking
Yeah.
suck.
She went
didn't
home
even go.
because she felt
Yeah.
so bad.
Yeah. Oh
But
yeah.
her-
Right.
Her husband was at the casino then spending
Right.
all her money. Well,
Spending her money.
Yeah.
Till like 5 a.m.
What, like
Or no, like
$6,000
2 a.m.
or
No,
something?
no. I remember before they went to Vegas, she was talking to Zach, and she's like, "Your budget is $25,000 for
What?
gambling."
And she's the one that's making all of the money.
Yes, she's like,
She's
"You
the breadwinner. He had no. He's
Yes,
like
right.
applying to.
He's in med school.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so he gets so pissed off, and this guy is a douchebag.
Dude, yes.
Zach
Most of the guys on this show.
and
I
Dakota,
would say.
too. Dakota's
He's awful.
He's horrible.
Yeah.
But anyways, they get so pissed off because they're like there, and Taylor, who's like super pregnant at that point, and then Jen end up leaving because they can't be at Chippendales because their hubbies are pissed or their
Mhm.
men are pissed.
Meanwhile, they're out gambling away their children's
Yes.
educations.
And-
Yeah, baby.
another big thing is this was a girls' trip,
Yeah.
but Zach invited himself. He's like, "You're not going to Vegas," and
He's a
then
weirdo.
That is-
Dakota's
So-
like, "You're way too pregnant to go with your friends, so we're driving."
Yeah.
good excuse
that
to get
them-
to the casinos.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
drove.
He looks like Cody Brown.
Yes, Josh was saying that too.
He looks like Cody Brown.
Yep.
Is Cody Brown also
mop.
LDS?
Yes. Let
me look that up.
I think they're like away from the Mormon church now. If I remember, they were in the Mormon faith, but they like left their church because they were ostracized or something. And
Yeah.
I think they're still kind of in it. I don't know.
The Brown family practices polygamy based on their belief system taught by the
Yeah.
Mormon fundamentalist
Yes.
group called the Apostolic United Brethren.
He does brethren.
My bad.
He does bring up Joseph
my bad.
Smith every once in a while.
I thought it was John Smith.
Nope,
Got
not
it.
John.
Okay. One of the J's. Anyways, yeah, he looks like Cody Brown.
Yeah, he does.
And he acts like a douche. Because remember, he's like talking about how he's applied to med school in New York, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know if that's really like good for me because like mom talk brings me in a lot of brand deals, and like it's good for my
funding our fucking life."
yeah." And
bro.
he's literally like, "Yeah, I don't really care."
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he did.
Horrible.
Such a douche. And
like, "You
they
don't
were
need
the
him."
one. They had the baby blessing, correct?
Yeah,
That shit
yeah.
killed me.
I was dying.
Oh my god. They were freaking out over this baby blessing, and half the girls, the sinners of the group, weren't allowed to
Right.
come.
Yep.
So they wanted, and they were like, no, it's not because of that. We're not the better Mormons. It's just because, he doesn't know you that well.
Yeah,
So, but they're all like pissed to miss the baby blessing. They're like,
Yes.
fuck, this
I'd
is
be
the event of the
pissed.
year.
I would be pissed if you had a baby blessing and didn't invite me.
Well, I would invite you,
Good.
right? But like, I wouldn't expect everyone in my life needs to come to the baby blessing. And I expected in my head, I'm thinking like, this baby blessing must be like off the fucking chain,
Yeah.
right?
Like
Like they've got
baptism.
like a
They better
photo
have like
booth
Lil Jon
and-
show up.
Yeah,
Like I want this to be like the DNC.
There's a DJ, there's custom baby blessing drinks, the whole nine. No. It's at their fucking house.
Yeah.
They're standing in front of their TV. They've
Yeah.
got like someone on Skype. And then only the men, of course, are allowed to stand around and bless the baby that the mother pushed out of her vagina.
No, because the women didn't possess the the credentials or whatever to give the blessing. So they're all like sitting on the couch and the men are all like huddled around like broing it up like baby blessing.
They're like hanging out doing a baby blessing, and the women just have to like sit on the couch
Yeah.
and have no part in it. And then they just go in the kitchen and like eat some breakfast burritos.
yeah.
And I'm like, you guys were furious to miss the baby blessing. Why? Don't
Like,
understand
thank
it.
you.
And blessed be thy baby. No offense. Like, do your thing. I just, from the way they,
Yeah.
pumped it up, I thought it was really going to be the event of the year. Apparently not.
No.
Rant over.
Thank
Okay,
you for coming
Janelle.
to the TED Talk. Yeah.
But the big drama in Vegas, Macy, remember
Oh, God. Okay.
the
The big.
text?
I'm lost on this. I think I forgot this part.
Oh my God. This is like the biggest part of the whole fucking season.
Wait.
So
remind me.
Macy does this thing called Sinful Sundays or Sinning Sundays, and basically random people put in confessionals on I think it's Instagram or some app,
DM.
and
yes,
she
yes,
like reads them out loud.
Yes.
So she's going
I know the
through
whole thing.
her confessionals for the week,
Mhm.
and someone says I accidentally slept with Dakota, Taylor's boyfriend,
Oops.
soon to be baby daddy.
Well, is baby daddy.
Well, is baby daddy's. And
Yeah, baby is here now, right?
yes. Yeah. And basically, like, what do I do? Like, I accidentally slept with her.
Sorry,
What do I do?
I
My
actually
bad.
fell on top of him. I don't know
Sorry.
how it happened.
Like, I didn't know that they were together. I accidentally slept with him. Sorry. And so
And
Macy's
this is
like,
just an anonymous person on Instagram.
Yes.
Could be completely made up.
could be. In fact, Dakota, I'm pretty sure alluded to Macy even being the one to submit it just to stir the pot, submitting it herself.
I could see one of the girls. I could see Whitney
Oh.
maybe taking a crack at that.
Well, Whitney is no, she's with her family now. She's
Yeah,
she's
but-
washed her hands.
That doesn't mean she ain't
wants
in
to
the
do like homestead.
Yeah,
like-
she's like
Oh yeah, she's like
anonymous.
She like visits the farm.
Yeah.
Okay, anyways. So Macy's like, I have this hot tea. What do I do with it? Should I tell Taylor or should I not? And so she ends up telling Taylor, and then Taylor tells Dakota, and he's like, no, that is not true. I'm like, oh, you look guilty
he
AF,
did look.
buddy.
He looked super guilty.
You look
I'll say that.
really guilty, pal. And then the season ends with, which you can tell there's season 2 coming, which I'm excited for.
Mhm.
Macy's in the car and she calls up this girl named Jessie who,
Jenna.
thank you, Jenna, that people think could be the woman that put this confession out there that they slept together, because apparently there's like rumors going around that Dakota and her slept together to begin with. So she's like, oh, maybe this is actually Jenna putting this out there. So she calls up Jenna, and the like last scene is like her being like, can I talk to you about something? And she's like, I'll tell you everything. And then that's it. So we have to wait for season 2.
Oh, that was a good recap.
Thank you.
I was really living for that.
We'll
We'll have to find out.
And it looked like Zach convinced Jen to move to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
So,
boy.
which the girls will be pissed at because they fucking hate Zach because he's a controlling freak. And so they're like probably gonna be really mad.
I in an interview I was listening to with Taylor, she mentions a girl named Jenna
Yes.
in the very beginning, so
Yeah.
now it's all making sense.
Yes.
Oh, it's all linking up.
Mhm.
And then-
Wow, there's like lore on this show.
Also, didn't Dakota? What was the whole situation where Dakota cheated on Taylor at the beginning of the relationship?
That's with this Jenna.
Okay.
That's the
That's-
rumor.
Yeah.
He admitted to Taylor that he had slept with somebody like during their break or something. No, like at the beginning.
Yeah. But
Yes.
they weren't like
They weren't-
official, but then I think it's the fact that maybe he did it again.
Yes.
Okay,
Without her knowing.
And Taylor's like, if I find out that you did this,
you're losing everything.
your ass is out of here. Your ass is grass. We're not gonna be together. That's
Well,
the end of that.
Clearly they are. I just saw a TikTok of them like yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was wondering about that if they were together or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. They were, I think, at the airport and they had their baby.
Or are they pulling in Nick Avocado and just this is all? This is all. Is
Oh,
anything real?
Oh.
2 steps ahead.
I am always 2 steps ahead. Yeah, I really hope season 2 comes out soon, and they better have more than 8 episodes.
It ends with Whitney is like supposed to be out of the mom talk.
Yeah, so she is out of mom talk, but then she like randomly shows up to Michaela's birthday party and is like, "I'm sorry, LOL," and all the moms are like, "Screw you, we don't want you here. You're not part of mom."
She wasn't
talk.
even invited though. That's the
You're not
weirdest thing.
invited. And then she's like, "LOL, I just needed some space. Sorry about that, haha." And then they're like, "Get out of here, Whitney." So then she leaves.
Get out of here.
And then, last is that she's not a part of mom talk.
You need to leave.
Do you think Whitney, does she curl the ends of her hair up like
I
that?
know this bothers you. I think so.
It doesn't bother. I just wonder, is it a natural flip? Because Holly's kind of does that at just the ends.
No, I don't think it's natural. It's very much like,
So how do you do that? You just
yeah,
Curl
the
the
curling.
ends.
Wow.
You just take it and like
like
this.
a lot of times a straightener, I think, can do it.
Oh, that would make more sense. That'd be easier. Okay. So I'm not understanding though if she's really out, because it seemed like Whitney was done, but that ain't true. Because check this out.
Yeah.
Sydney found a reel.
Yeah, I don't think she's done. This is all for the show, people.
Mm-hmm.
They've got to have like the one that's like, you know, like on
Yeah, there's got to be a villain.
like on Housewives too. There's always like some
yeah.
chick
At
who's
least
like, I'm
one.
not coming to the girls' reunion this year.
Mm-hmm. So this is that trend where people bring something to the candy. They're making candy salad. I've
Salad.
seen so many people make these, and they're always really interesting to watch. But the newest version of it, the newest rendition, seems to be trauma dumping the candy,
Mhm.
which I think it's therapeutic, and
We should
candy
do it.
makes everything better. Sure, I'll do that. But they're making a candy trauma bowl salad, and Whitney is there. So clearly she's not
Mm-hmm.
out of the mom talk.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Taylor, and when I was 4 years old, I met my dad for the first time, and he said, "What's up, kid?" And that was the only thing I got. And then I brought the gummy bears.
Layla, and when I was 16, my stepdad found the news on my phone and kicked me out of my house on my birthday. And I brought sour gummy worms.
Oh my god. Make sure you see baby mom. I'm Macy, and when I was 19, I got knocked up, and then 2 weeks later, my baby daddy died. And I brought the Swedish fish.
That's horrible. That's so sad.
Hi, my name's Whitney, and one time I danced with my son in the hospital, and people still send me
Guys, that seems so serious.
when they say it's like, you should die.
Whitney.
Girl.
Whitney. That's not trauma. It's called accountability.
Literally, the top comment is, someone tell Whitney the difference between trauma and consequences.
yeah, exactly
Whitney
what I
didn't
meant by that.
understand the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
Whitney,
Baby, love me.
love me. I want to be with, I mean, I still am like, thank you for the, I was laughing so hard. What?
Just you were all over the place.
I really am. That freaking Coke Oreo, I think I wrote Coke.
Hyped up. I'm hyped up on the gelato
It's bad. Why are you eating?
because it's only 70 calories, so now I'm into it. If it's healthy, I don't have that as high of expectations considering it's only got 70 calories. Now I'm like, okay.
Oh boy. I think that's it for the mom talk though. As much
Yeah, I'm good on
to talk
it.
about.
Good show, though.
Great show. I highly recommend.
I had so many more thoughts while I was watching, but then now that I'm here, the thoughts have escaped.
Well, I mean, what else is there to say?
Just it's interesting.
It's
And I want a fucking soda store.
oh,
around
I want a
here.
swig so bad.
I think we should get just a
Let's get a soda
what?
machine.
Yeah,
maker.
we should
have
soda
one.
stream.
We should get a freestyle soda machine. Remember, like the ones in like Chipotle, like the ones
Oh
with the touch screen
yes,
that have like 1,000 sodas. We should get one.
I'm
here.
sure that's super cheap. We should get it.
we should get one here.
Wait, do you
and
have a
put it in the
soda
office.
stream?
I just meant we should buy like a bottle of, what is it?
Raspberry.
No, what is just plain?
Oh,
Sugar,
like
Why can't I think of
Soda
the name
water?
of it? Yes. No, but
Club
like
soda?
it's
sparkling
club
water?
soda, sparkling water,
plain.
I want that, and I want all the sugar-free syrups that the one girl puts in hers,
Uh-huh.
and then the
and then
cream.
cream.
Yes.
I want to make
Ooh,
that.
I want to
Let's
make a
do
dirty
it.
soda.
It's kind of like a fun water.
Ooh, we should make those.
Mm-hmm. I think we should.
How can I get one of these?
soda stream. I mean, a freestyle.
Janelle wants
Yeah.
to get one of those big machines.
Just kidding. That would be
It's so annoying. Can you
How much are
imagine?
they?
Only
We'd have like,
Wait a second, though. They're only $1,020.
oh, perfect, just for drinks.
$1,000?
You
We can
gotta
afford
order
that.
the
Yeah,
flavors,
you want to
though.
have to deal with that. The new problem.
You know what else we
on
should get?
our plates is gonna be like, oh god, the soda machine needs to be serviced.
We should get a vending machine too.
Yes, that's what I was thinking. Because you can hire someone; they'll come and fill it.
And
Why
then,
do we
like-
need to? You guys want to pay for the snacks?
No.
We have a cabinet
No.
full of free
No,
snacks.
but it's more fun coming from a vending machine.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
It's like a free one. You just have to.
Yeah,
enter the
We have
number.
mile higher tokens. You can put them in.
There's just like a code that you put
Ooh.
in.
Yeah.
Can we also get a claw machine then?
Oh, yes. We should get a claw machine.
I would
What would we
spend-
put in it?
We can put like, cute little things and stuff.
That would be so fun.
like stickers and erasers.
Man, that's boring. Stickers and erasers. I want like fun. I want like AirPods.
This is a workplace.
I want it to become a carnival, okay? Or an
I do
arcade.
too. No, we've been talking about getting a snow cone machine for
Yeah.
a while. We were supposed to do that.
Well, who's going to clean that?
You.
Just kidding. You, exactly.
No.
I am gonna
That would
say
be a pain, though.
whoever
It's just ice. What does it need to be cleaned? You just pour this stuff on after.
Because it
just
probably
ice.
gets moldy.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
That's annoying. So does our regular ice machine, probably.
Yeah,
I don't think
and
we've
we
ever
clean
cleaned
it.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, we do.
it self cleans.
My bad.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, it always says cleaning.
Oh, the ice machine?
yeah.
Yeah, you got to like put bleach in it once in a while.
Oh.
No, that's what you have to do.
That sounds...
And you got to clean the stupid coffee machine too. It's tough upkeep here, okay? So
Yeah.
adding a snow cone machine into the mix will be difficult. If anything, I think
telling
we
you-
should get a fucking cotton candy maker.
Why
I'm
you should,
down for that soda thing.
That
though.
sounds no. I want a cotton candy
I'm
machine.
down for the ice.
The cotton candy machine's a pain in the ass, too. They're not as...
Yeah,
not
the
as good.
sugar. That would be worse to clean up.
No,
Yeah.
people can
Unless we
barely
get like
clean
a
the
real like
popcorn machine we
industrial
have.
grade party rental quality. Because I've had the little dinkers and they don't do good.
Lil Dink.
Mhm. They're not good.
I love little dinkers.
You know,
Oh boy.
It would be really hard for me to avoid Coke, though, if we had that soda machine. I'd want a Coke every day.
Yeah.
That'd be really tough.
Well, we have Coke here.
And they have the cherry mix in. I love cherry Coke. Mm.
See, that's why I'm glad there's no Dr. Pepper here because there's only Coke and I don't like it. So that forced me to just drink water.
Yeah.
Boring. How about a V8 vending machine?
Hell yeah.
Oh, me and Sydney are so up for
I
that.
would love that. You know, at like the hotels, like when you can put like old
the
school,
juice.
Yes.
and then some of them have tomato juice. I have some in my drawer.
Ooh.
And you do?
Yeah, I make like mocktail
Oh, we should
Bloody
have
Marys in
some.
the morning
Yeah, she does.
with salt and pepper and all that stuff. Yeah.
So good.
Bloody.
So good.
Blood.
All right, guys, it is officially coming up on the end of September, which means that fall is officially here, okay? Summer is over, as sad as I am to admit it, and fall is here. And with fall comes some new wardrobe pieces that I need, okay? Because sometimes I open my closet during a new season and I'm like, what the heck is even in here? It's a bunch of crap that I hate. And that's why I'm really excited about our sponsor, Jenny Kane, today, because they have some great staples for fall and winter. Nobody does fall quite like Jenny Kane. They're known for their luxe and cozy sweaters, and if you need something that pairs well with literally anything in your closet, look no further than the Flynn cashmere sweater. It's the perfect v-neck and easy to layer in style. I recently got some really cute new fall boots in the mail from Jenny Kane. I'm obsessed with the quality. They're made super well. They're very durable and like heavy, and I love the color. I feel like they'll go with anything. You can dress them up, you can wear them more casually, so I'm super excited to wear those during the fall. And they also have a stunning collection of home essentials, timeless furniture pieces, cozy pillows and throws, perfectly curated decor, and the most incredible smelling candles. So find your new uniform at jennykane.com, and our listeners get 15% off your first order when you use code SESH15 at checkout. That's 15% off your first order at JENNIKAYNE.com, promo code SESH15. Let getting dressed be one less thing to worry about. Embrace your fall aesthetic with Jenny Kane.
All right, guys. Now it's time to get into some CSI.
All right, so we have talked about man sperming on produce at a Safeway in Fort Collins.
Yes.
We have talked about a woman leaving her used undies in the grocery store, specifically in like the bakery section. And now we are talking about another person who has once again tampered with a store here in Indiana at the Dollar Tree.
Here in Indiana?
Yeah. Also, this person is still on the loose.
Yes.
We are putting out a bolo right now for the pisser.
And if it's you, please consider turning yourself in, okay, for the sake of this.
Spare the children.
Yes.
For real, though, this is actually disgusting, and I would be so fucking mad if this happened to me.
Yes.
Or your child.
Okay, so on September 10th in South Bend, Indiana.
I heard they really turn up in South Bend.
That's what I've heard too, actually.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
Really?
they throw down.
Oh.
That's some
I don't know,
friends
just-
from Indiana.
That's a word.
Okay, where'd you get that from?
I don't know. It's a word.
The street.
Okay.
From the bird.
Okay. Well, anyways, Adriana Shelton and her 9-year-old daughter, Gray, were shopping at their local Dollar Tree for a gift for Gray's teacher. I love a good Dollar Tree. It's great.
We do too.
So they were in the candle aisle, you know, doing what girlies do, opening, smelling.
This is like me and Holly's favorite activity.
Well, you better
at
be careful.
TJ Maxx.
Well, you better be careful. It's a good thing you don't live in
I know.
Indiana.
Well, now I'm like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. You never know.
Yeah, because Gray pulled one off the shelf, tilted it to her to smell, and all of a sudden, this liquid spilled all over her t-shirt. Okay. And at first, they thought it was just water, which is still odd, but as they continued to shop, they started to smell something foul.
Ugh.
Okay. Adriana said that the smell was coming from her daughter's t-shirt, and lo and behold, it smelled of piss.
Urine, people.
Urine.
This poor little girl, 9 years old,
Yeah.
covered in urine at the Dollar Tree.
Yeah.
Just trying to smell a candle.
Can't get much worse, honestly.
No, terrible.
Immediately after this, Adriana went up to the store manager, and the manager offered her her own shirt.
You know what? That is a stand-up citizen, okay? They always say, take the shirt off your back and give it to another back.
I guess I'm just a little confused because A, then what is the store manager wearing?
She may have had like a tank top underneath.
Okay, and B, they sell shirts at the Dollar Tree. Why not just give her one of those?
Probably because their management sounds like they're utter bullshit, and they'd probably get in trouble if they were to give this poor child covered in pee a free t-shirt.
Okay.
So I was confused by that too, but that's what this article said, that she, you know,
Gave the shirt off her back for the child.
offered it, you know.
What a manager.
But here's the thing. This isn't the first time that a pee candle has been caught in motherfucking Dollar Tree,
Do
okay?
they not have video? Like, do they not have cameras at the Dollar Tree?
Probably not.
We know. We do true crime.
They're
There's
never
never
working.
cameras fucking anywhere, apparently.
The Dollar Tree's
or they
probably got
are fake. don't
cameras and they don't work.
That's
They're pretend.
exactly right.
So this is a direct quote from Adriana. They, as in management, have been telling me this has been happening for over a month and they're not able to catch the person doing it. And there's no cameras down the aisle where he's doing it. So maybe there's like cameras at the front of the register, but not down the aisle. So the store employees, the manager, have asked corporate to put in cameras in those areas, and corporate just doesn't want to pay for those.
So fuck you, Dollar General, Dollar Tree.
Don't
Sorry.
get it twisted.
Fuck you,
No,
Dollar
not General.
Tree.
Go to the general and
Corporate.
save some time.
You guys
Sorry.
suck.
Anyways, the manager said that they have been in contact with the police and are trying to figure out who the candle whizzer is. That is so disgusting.
What makes someone want to do that?
Also,
What are you getting off on?
I'm
Peeing into candles.
trying to think too, like, are they whipping it out and peeing on the candle? Do they have like a cup of candle? Like, do they have a cup of pee?
I'm
or they
curious
take
too.
the candle to the back and they pee in it and put it back.
Well,
on the
no,
shelf.
because I think, I mean, I might be wrong, but I think a lot of dollar stores you have to have a key to get into the bathroom.
Oh, maybe
Depends
you get a
on
piece of
where.
that.
But they could get the key and then go
that's
back
more
to the candle.
That's more common in cities too.
Is
Not
South
everywhere.
Bend?
Is South Bend a
I
city?
don't know. I
You
don't know
said they
anything
turn them-
about it,
I
but
thought-
that they turn up.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a city. I don't know if it's a country.
Well, it's definitely not a country.
I meant like a country vibe.
Got it.
It sounds like that.
South Bend.
South Bend.
They South Bend, Indiana. South Bend, Indiana. Let's take a look.
Say,
Population.
Do they turn up?
103,000. That's like pretty decent-ish size.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Why is South Bend famous? Significant addition to economics. Okay.
Turn up. See?
Okay.
They be doing it big out there.
Do people
Party.
party a lot in South Bend, Indiana?
I didn't necessarily take it that way. I just always figured people meant that they're just cool ass vibes up there.
Do people in South Bend, Indiana have, quote, cool ass vibes? Highly considering the move to South Bend with the family. This is on Reddit. Very cool. Affordable pockets of neighborhoods. Turn up.
See? They do.
Anyways.
This is so bizarre though.
Okay.
Especially that Sydney, what do you have?
I just
Oh, go
needed to
ahead.
double check because I was like, I think it was a shirt at the store because there's majority. I'm like checking other sites and I don't know why the first one I read said the shirt off her back. Just
Other
Okay.
sites are saying the story.
Okay.
though.
All right,
So we're not entirely sure
So
where the
maybe
shirt's
I
coming
take
from.
it back, Dollar General. I am sorry.
It's not Dollar
Dollar
General.
Oh, Dollar Tree.
Stop
Sorry about
defaming
that.
Dollar General.
Sorry about
They're our
that.
next sponsor.
Okay, I could do that.
Go to the General and save some time.
Well, I think this is really bizarre because apparently this pisser has been at it for a while.
Yeah, a
And
month.
This is when you shut the candle section down. You put up a sign, say, smell at your own risk. There could possibly be urine in these candles, right?
I agree. Why wouldn't they move them behind a locked glass case?
Yeah, it's just like how they do
And
with
have
the
a
razors
sign.
at the grocery store.
Sorry, have a pisser. Please press this button if you'd like assistance.
They don't have enough. They don't have enough employees for that.
What if it's like an employee,
Employee?
or
Oh my
store manager
Wait,
herself?
that's such conspiracy.
We should go investigate it ourselves.
Yes, it's our next documentary.
Well, I'll have you know that they went to urgent care to obviously have her checked out just to make sure everything's okay and she's doing fine physically, but mentally.
Yeah, girl, I feel so sad for her. 9 years old, you'll never forget that.
No,
Never.
that is disgusting.
That is absolutely sick. And then I can't imagine as a mother, like going just in my head, I'd be thinking about who it could have possibly been and where have they been? You know,
Ew.
that's so
So
disgusting.
sick.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope they find them.
I do too. Let's catch him, guys. If you live in South Bend, please hit the streets, put up the flyers, okay?
Yeah, and careful
People
when you're
need to
smelling
know.
candles.
Yes,
Be
up.
careful.
We need to like issue a public warning.
Yes.
Hope this person doesn't find like a TJ Maxx or something, because then they're
Yeah.
gonna be in heaven.
Yeah.
True that.
Mhm, there's lots of candles there.
Mhm.
And I'm also curious if, assuming that the candle wax was still there underneath it, so they just peed on top of it, or did they remove the wax and fill the whole glass?
I think they just
know that.
peed on
Just
top
peed on
of the
top.
wax.
Got it.
They melted the candle first, took out the wax.
It's a whole 9-step process.
Then maybe
in the aisle. That's what they did.
Or what if they melted the wax, they peed in it, stirred it up, and then the wax hardened again. And then
that'd
someone
be
lights
really
it and-
diabolical.
Wait, and then someone doesn't know. They buy the candle, they go home, they light it, and
Yes.
it's like,
They're like,
this smells
wait,
like piss.
so you're making your own candles essentially.
They're like, why is this warm sugar urine?
Unsuspecting. Oh my God, can you imagine? Ew, it's so gross thinking. Because then when you hear stories like this, doesn't it just make you think of everything you must come in contact with at any store in general? What could possibly be on things like boogers and, people that didn't wipe well or didn't wash their hands and then they touch like a shirt at Target.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get in really weird moods and I like feel like everything is disgusting.
Yeah.
Lately I've been really wigged out by shopping carts.
Oh, they're nasty.
I love when a store doesn't offer those wipes in the beginning in the entrance.
Uh-huh.
I ain't staying around.
I'm out.
It's disgusting. I'm not touching that.
See, John
or
uses
putting
the
my
wipes,
toddler in there.
But I have this thought process of germs aren't real because you can't see them. So they don't bother me.
I've also always
don't care
told
about germs at
myself
all.
that I don't get, because I have a pretty good immune system that
Yeah,
maybe
you never
'cause
get sick.
germs, just, I don't know. We have 10 pets and a lot of allergens but I don't know. Lately it's been bothering me because hand, foot, and mouth disease.
Okay, that whole thing is disgusting.
It's
Someone
really
in our
gross.
office got that a few years ago, and
yeah.
it's really bothered me ever since.
It's really common in kids.
Yeah.
And a lot of kids get them from shopping cart. It's nasty out there, guys.
It is nasty.
I bring Clorox wipes like everywhere with me these days.
Really? Maybe I
Mhm.
should start doing that because I
Oh,
never.
shit. I like
do
lick the
anything.
cart.
Rally.
Oh, she's pushing the cart with her tongue. Yeah, I don't pay attention to germs.
I think it's a
That's
fire
good way to be.
sign
I've
thing,
never
right?
been germophobic. It's because I don't want my toddler to get sick because that's just a nightmare.
I get that.
Before I never cared if I got sick. In fact, I was like, great, I can just chill for a few days. Not the case anymore. Those days are over for
That's so true.
Mm-hmm.
Getting sick is sometimes kind of nice because you're like,
I know,
I
Janelle
have
and
to
I always
sleep.
talk about this.
It's
Until
like
you-
I feel a little
Mhm.
guilty sometimes.
You're
but,
like just sick enough to where like you have to stay home, but not sick where it's like horrendous
yeah.
and awful.
Mhm.
Kind of a nice happy medium.
Mhm.
I loved staying home from school as a kid. Were you a big like fake sicker?
No, because my parents never bought it ever.
Really?
I would stay home sick maybe once a year from school. They never bought it, and then they'd be like, "Oh, you're sick? Too sick to go to school? Let's go to the doctor then." And I was terrified of the doctor. I was like, "Fuck no!" So they'd be like, "All right, get your ass to class." That was my parents.
Dang.
I'm sure you were skipping
Oh,
school
yeah.
all the time.
all the time. And I was sick a lot as a kid.
Yeah.
But like I faked it a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
I would blow hot air onto the thermometer. Did you ever try that trick?
Oh, under
Yes.
the covers?
Yes.
Yep.
Did it work?
Yes, it works really well. I would just keep my mouth shut and just kind of like go and like and it would heat up.
Huh.
I could get it to like 100 something.
Yeah, to
100,
do it
101
fast.
maybe, or like a
Wait
little.
a second, I gotta start trying this out.
It was good.
That reminds me of
Works
a
really well.
Lizzie McGuire movie.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like heat up on the light bulb or something.
Yeah.
I see people do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
With the hair with the blow dryer.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anywho, okay, moving on. This is another person on the loose.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
here in Colorado.
So you
Watch
better
out.
watch out.
And her name is Kendall.
Yes.
Kendall
Could
Ross.
be me. Kendall Ross. Very
Yes.
similar.
Yeah, Kendall.
Colorado resident.
Kendall.
But it's true, people. This is happening at Panera here in Glendale, Colorado. Pandemonium at the Panera Bread when Kendall Ross, who is still on the loose, went pretty wild.
Isaac Ross.
Isaac.
That's the worst pronunciation I've ever heard. I'm quitting. Mose. That was amazing.
Karelly's response to that was golden. Isaac. I don't read that word
Grow
very
up.
often.
What is wrong with us today?
All right, so the Glendale Police Department has identified this person as Isaac Ross, who goes by Kendall Ross. And Kendall supposedly approached the counter of the Panera and started screaming and throwing items at the staff, demanding that employees return Kendall's phone. Why did they have Kendall's phone, though?
That's
they
what we don't
didn't.
understand. I don't think they had the phone.
I think maybe Kendall was just like confused, or
I think Kendall
not-
was confused.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Also, just a side note, we don't know exactly Kendall's pronouns, preferred pronouns, so we're just gonna use they, them.
Okay, let's watch the video. There is video of
Yes.
this. Imagine seeing this at Panera.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
Come on, grow up.
Yikes.
So Kendall thinks that they have the phone. They do not have the phone.
Correct.
Oh, and now they're really throwing it.
Stop it! Stop it!
This is the
And yes, so then an employee gets a fucking bread pan and starts hitting Kendall with it. it's important to note the attacker is heard shouting a racial slur at a customer behind them before attacking another customer, knocking him onto the floor.
Yep.
Then another customer comes in, grabs Kendall, restraining them, and then bread pan is brought out. I just realized I used to go to this Panera all the time.
Oh,
I lived in Glendale.
You did not live
Yes,
in
I
Glendale.
did. Yes, I did.
Oh my God, you did live in Glendale.
I did
I
live
forgot.
Yeah.
I thought it was my Panera too. What I'm realizing is every Panera
They look
looks
the same.
exact
I thought
same.
it was the one in my current city
Yeah,
too. No,
same.
Mm-mm.
I used to go to this Panera too. I used to work in Glendale.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow, small world, would you say?
I would say, Janet.
But here's where it gets crazy, folks, because Kendall has fled the scene. However, they return to the same Panera and had another violent outburst.
So
allegedly.
There must be some drama going on because they really think that their phone is there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe they have beef with a worker.
Yeah, like maybe there is, maybe the phone is back there.
Right. Could be. Well, allegedly, Kendall assaulted someone else, this time resulting in the victim being treated for minor injuries, and police are asking the public to come forward with any information on Kendall Ross's whereabouts.
You hear that, Coloradans? Be on the lookout for Kendall Ross.
Yeah, because it's bad out there.
You can't have violent attacks at our Paneras. What is this country coming to?
Side note, Panera's a scam. Biggest scam
They really
out
are.
there.
Josh hates Paneras so much.
Overpriced hospital food.
Dude, last time he went, he got super sick and now he can never go again. But it's the best overpriced hospital food. It's so good.
Okay,
dude, like their bread bowls. Oh my God. They're made by like Jesus or someone. It's so good.
Well, it is like
I guess Jesus makes everything.
I was
right?
gonna say. But the bread, the tomato basil bread, that stuff's good.
With the tuna sandwich.
Yeah, that's really good.
Oh, yes. And their mac and cheese is pretty good.
Yeah, the mac and cheese is pretty good.
The chicken noodle soup's pretty good. Although it's so expensive. And then oftentimes there aren't many carrots in it and I really get pissed.
That's what I'm saying. They rip you off.
Yes. They
be ripping people off.
Mm-hmm. You can have a whole sit-down meal at my favorite establishment, the Chili's.
Oh.
For half the price of a Panera meal.
That is true.
It's very true. And you will have a much better experience and great service.
And a margarita, probably.
Yes. And I would like to be sponsored by Chili's.
I wonder if they sponsor people.
It would be amazing. They should. They should get in the game.
Yeah. Also, though, I hate to tell you, but nothing is fresh at Panera. They just microwave it all.
I do not care.
Okay.
Like at all.
Okay.
I still love it.
That's fine. I don't care. I'm just saying it's overpriced for what you're getting.
I think Chili's probably freezes quite a bit too.
Probably.
I know that they fake the fajitas. You hear about this?
Oh,
Karelly?
no.
All the fajitas are faked.
You know when they come out and they're sizzling and they're smoky?
Uh-huh.
It's because they put like something on it right before they bring it out.
No way.
And it makes it look that way.
They
At least I saw a TikTok that claimed
That's
that.
scammy.
They spray water on it, and that's what makes that sound.
Yeah,
is it's a
uh-huh.
hot pan.
Also,
Yeah.
I try to get the Southwest rolls without chicken, but they're always like, can't. It's pre-made.
Yeah, because they're pre-made.
Exactly.
That's why I don't go, because there's nothing for me to eat except for those mozzarella sticks, which do look good, I will say. Have you had the mozzarella sticks?
I have not.
'Cause
I
the
was stick
cheese
to the
pull
egg
on
rolls.
those on TikTok look crazy. Okay, it looks like they go hard. So
I
I
might
would go
need
for
to get
that.
on that. We need to have group Chili's date. Can we film an episode at a Chili's?
Yeah.
If they sponsor.
They're not going to sponsor us, bro.
They might. Let's send them this. Send it in.
Chili, love you.
Mhm.
Would we be allowed to record there?
We'd have to ask permission.
Yeah, we could. Maybe.
You know, did you learn
They're very
nothing
involved
from
in their
Mr.
communities.
Beast?
Oh, yeah.
No does not mean
Exactly.
no.
That's
no
right.
does
That's
not
right.
mean no. It never means no. It
That's-
actually means yes. In
You
fact,
used to do like vlogs at Panera.
that's. Did we do them at Panera?
Yeah, there is one at Panera back in college.
Wow, I don't remember that one. Were you in it?
Yeah, I remember.
We filmed it at the Panera. Did we like set up a tripod?
No, it's just like you were.
Which is like, hey, we're at Panera. Me and Sydney.
No, it was like a group of us. You
Oh.
remember that? Yeah.
God,
Was
I was
I there?
cringe.
Actually, I think you were.
Was discluded. Oh, I was there.
I was in
Discluded.
their vlog too.
I was in the Panera vlog too. I remember
Mhm.
us going to the Starbucks drive-through a lot.
Oh yeah, we used to
And we
always
would, like,
do it 'cause
always
we'd
hit
do
curbs.
rants. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was off roading all of the time.
you were off-roading, and
in your off-road car.
Yeah.
it was not an
No.
off-road car.
I know.
I did have an off road car for a while, but then I ended up with a different one from my dad.
Isn't it because you pulled the keys out of the ignition when the car was driving?
I did do that, but no, that my car was fine from that, surprisingly.
Wait, can you explain?
That's
Yeah.
I did do that.
How did you do that?
Senior year of high school. I just really wanted to know what would happen.
Didn't you plan this? Like, you had a
yes,
plan?
I was thinking about it for weeks. I had to know what would happen to a car. I could have just Googled it. But I was like, I need to actually try this out for myself. I need to know what happens when you take the keys out while you're driving. So I found like this empty street in a neighborhood, and I was going like 15 miles an hour, and I just took the keys out.
What
Just
happened?
pulled it?
Nothing. Nothing
the car
happened.
didn't stop?
Yeah, the car stopped, but
I was
nothing
like-
bad happened.
You know what I always wonder, and I don't want to do this in case I fuck up my car. What would happen if you press the gas and the brake at the same time?
I would love to try that. I
Right?
think it's really, really bad.
Yeah, I want to try that
I
too.
think so too. I'm not going to, but
I want to break all the car rules.
I know.
You probably just go hit really hard.
Or what sound would it make? Like,
Like,
I don't know. What would it do?
It says if you're moving, you would slow to a stop eventually. If you were at a stop, your drive tires might spin your car, but the overall effect would be for the car to slow and stop. I don't know what that means. I don't think you should do it.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Not doing it.
No.
Okay. Very
about
good.
So yeah, keep your eyes peeled, as Kendall likes to say.
Mhm.
Keep them peeled
Ugh.
for Kendall. Okay. Keep them peeled for the candle urination
Wizard.
wizard.
Mhm. Who is unnamed at this point.
That's right. Okay. And that's it.
Okay, so there is news in the world of John and Kate. We hate.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
it's true.
I do hate.
Well, you had watched, so you never really watched much of the show until recently.
No,
You had tuned in for a bit, and
Yeah.
you decided quickly that it was not for you.
No, it was not for me.
Which
I think
is
I
fine.
watched like maybe 5 episodes. It was also just really boring. I'm assuming it gets better because it was like the first season, but yeah, I brought it all up on the show before, but it was like very exploitive of the kids. Like there was a naked butt. There's 2 points where the kids were naked. One kid.
Their full butt was showing. They didn't
Yes.
blur it.
Yep, it was from the side. I told you. And you
Right,
seemed
it
shocked
was
last
the
time.
side.
It was the
Right,
side,
right,
but
right.
he was on his changing table. And then there was the other weird scene where the kid had pooped his pants at the mattress store, and they're like following his butt around, the camera people, like
Yep.
watching him waddle around with this diaper. And I was like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
So yeah, I wasn't about to sit through multiple seasons. How many seasons did they have of that show?
Like,
It's in here.
I want to say like at least 8.
Well, this is actually very disturbing.
Yeah.
And a lot of allegations going around, so we're not entirely sure. We're just going to report what is out there. And before we get into this story, just a trigger warning, this is pretty upsetting. We're going to be talking about child abuse. So Collin Gosselin, who is one of the 8, one of John and Kate's 8 children, has come forward and is speaking out about the alleged abuse that he faced as a child. He is one of the sextuplets.
Yeah.
If you haven't watched the show, basically they had got pregnant with twins at
They had
first.
twin girls, and then they wanted one more. The twin girls, Maddie and Kara, are the names, and then they wanted one more kid. And they used IUI, and they ended up with 6 babies at once.
I was randomly trying to look something up this morning, and I came across this book. Someone had written a book about Kate Gosselin, and it was someone that worked for like Us Weekly. So
They wrote a book
Take
about
it.
her.
yeah, it's called like How Kate Fooled the World or something like that. Yeah.
Huh.
Well, he claims that she was determined to win fortune and fame, so she had this perfect master plan to have multiple births, like basically
Interesting.
insinuating that the second round
Yeah.
of the kids, she was purposely trying to have a ton. She was
Oh,
obsessed with
interesting.
freebies, LASIK surgeries, and gift cards from Ann Taylor Loft and even dental care.
Taylor Loft.
Yeah, I don't know. This is Us Weekly, so
Okay.
again, but she fought with this guy for a while to not get the book out. What's the book called?
Kate Gosselin, How She Fooled the World,
Yeah.
The Rise and Fall of a Reality TV Queen.
Yeah.
Mhm. He says that she manipulated her fertility treatments to get pregnant with sextuplets and spanked her children so hard that she begged God to help her stop.
Oh my God. That's
So
horrific.
I don't know how true that is, but
Yeah.
there you have it.
Wow. Interesting. Okay. So season 1, just a quick recap, started in 2007 and then it ended in 2009. And then they changed it to just K+8 because they got a divorce. And that ran for 6 more seasons and it ended in 2017. And then eventually she had her own spin-off show called Kate Plus Date in 2019, where she's like looking for her next love.
Bro, what?
Yeah.
I completely missed that.
Same.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that.
I might need to go back and
one
watch
episode.
that.
It's not good. It's really boring.
It only had one season.
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, so a little bit about the divorce, though, and how the custody all unfolds. In 2009, the couple got a divorce. And then in 2018, Jean was awarded custody of...
Did you say Jean?
Yeah,
Jean-Paul. Go back to going French. John was awarded custody of Collin and his sister Hannah, which is 2 of the 6 sextuplets. And then Kate had custody of the rest of them. And John fought for custody after he learned about Collin's alleged abuse. And so this is kind of how everything unfolded. But then recently, there's been a lot more details coming out, and that's why it's in the news, like as of today.
Because Collin has come forward.
Yes.
Because everyone's kind of known that there's some really shady shit happening in this family, right? But
Oh,
like,
for sure.
Everyone's like speculated.
yeah.
And like, I think the kids have kind of like spoken here and there about it.
Yeah.
But this is like the first time that Collin has like really talked about everything that's going on and like why he's coming forward now.
So he's now 20 years old, and obviously he spent a whole lot of his childhood on camera for this TLC show. But he also said that there was a big dark side to life growing up that was never shown on camera. On September 10th, he did an interview with The Sun, and he shared details of the alleged abuse that he went through with his mom growing up. And the first thing that he said is when he was younger, Kate would take him out of school and zip tied his hands and his feet and locked him in the basement for days on end.
This is giving it 8 passengers.
Yes. And it's crazy when you hear things like this because you naturally just don't want to believe it's true. And I mean, I guess there were a lot of people that were, sounding the alarm with Ruby and those
Frankie.
nut jobs. But God, I wonder if this is really true.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I wouldn't be shocked.
I mean, I would be shocked. I mean, not that I'm like sticking up for her, but that's just
It's shocking.
It's
yes.
shocking.
But she seems, I mean, I guess I can't really talk too much because I don't know that much about her. But what I have seen.
Yeah, obviously I don't know her personally. I just know
doesn't
from her
seem
TV.
Lovely.
Yeah, I would agree with that from what I have watched on TV. Yeah. All right, so here's a clip from the interview where Collin talks about this alleged abuse.
Very, very emotionally abusive relationship. And when my mother would put me in that room, multiple times she had zip tied my hands and feet together and bolt locked the door, turned the lights off, and had cameras there just watching me.
That is so...
In that room that my mother had built, oftentimes she had zip tied my hands and feet together and kept me locked in there.
That's fucking insane.
For most or all of the day, for multiple days.
Okay, so in the interview, he also talks about how he was locked in the room in an unfinished section of the storage closet in the basement with a, like he said, tiny window, mattress on the ground, and he was there for most of the day. And part that's so disturbing to me that he talks about is the fact that she had cameras in there, I'm assuming to like watch him, make sure he's not doing anything bad.
Or trying to leave.
Or trying to leave, and that the door was locked shut with a bolt.
Yeah, that's insane.
It's horrible. He says, most of the days I was in that room and I was away from my siblings and I never really went outside. And that at one point he stopped going to school.
God, if this was the kind of stuff that she was, if this is true and she was really doing these things, how has no one ever saw this? This family was like working with film crews, all that no one knew.
I know.
If this is true.
And he was really young.
Yeah.
During this, because like in the show, all 8 of the kids are on TV. They're on every episode or whatever. And then all of a sudden he kind of just like isn't on TV anymore. And obviously people started wondering why. And so
they just like took him out of the show.
She claimed that he basically like she pitched it as he was having some struggles and had special needs that she was not able to give to him. And so it was better if he was, basically like getting treatment that he and the help that he really needed is how she pitched it.
Maybe the right move would have been to just end the show at that point if your child is struggling that much.
So, like I said, basically how he was taken off the show is he went to a psychiatrist, was evaluated, and of course he wasn't doing well. So he was being tied up in a fucking basement. But then, according to allegedly, yeah. But then he was diagnosed with multiple psychiatric and behavioral conditions. And Collin himself shared how he was diagnosed with autism, ADHD, bipolar, PTSD, and oppositional defiant disorder, as well as OCD. And that he was put on a ton of medication and then was taken to the Fairmont Behavioral Health System in Pennsylvania on March 6, 2016, when he was only 11 years old at the time. And then, he was off the show. People were wondering, and she basically pitched it as like he's in a place where he's getting the help that he deserves and needs, is how she said it to the cameras. But Collin said that he was absolutely terrified and alone. And in the interview, he said that he managed to write a letter to his dad. And side note, his dad was never made aware that he had been taken there, because at that point, he didn't have custody over any of the kids. It was just Kate.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And so he alleges that he had no idea that Collin was at that institution, which I'm kind of confused how you would have no idea. Like, I guess maybe he had like no contact with the kids.
Yeah.
And
Right?
yeah, I think the kids stopped talking.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah.
I think they had visitation for a bit from what I remember. But then
they stopped going.
Yeah, they stopped going. Yep.
Wow. So he just had no idea he was even there?
Yeah, according to John.
My God.
Okay, so here's a clip of Collin reading this letter out loud. Let's go ahead and watch.
This letter was dated in June of 2017. Dear Dad, I'm not trying to trick you, but I still love you. I told Mom I want to live with you, and she said no. But right, she can't choose for me, and I'm old enough now. I'm your son, not hers. She was abusive to me after I left your house, and I'm sorry. Take this to court. Excuse me. And I said, Dad, you're my savior. Please help me. I'm counting on you to get me out of here.
And he spent 22 months, so almost 2 years.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it is a long time. And it's got really bad reviews on Yelp. People are like, if you really want help, don't go here. Your best bet is the West Coast. I received very little help with mental health.
This person says this place should be illegal. There is zero health care going on. It's a prison. I should probably be embarrassed to say I was there. Seriously, that this hellscape exists is a crime.
Seems like the staff also may need to address some mental health issues. I would not send the devil's wife here. I do not recommend this facility to anyone. Like, obviously, Yelp reviews, you have to take that with a grain of salt. But if this facility is really so terrible, why would she send him there when it's not like she doesn't have the money? She got tons of fucking money and all the resources. Send him somewhere if he really does need the help and you're not able to provide that to him.
Yeah.
Like, it just makes me sad that this is, at least from what we can read, a horrible place.
And he was there for that long.
Yeah.
And just absolutely miserable.
And so alone, too.
And John said that he first found out that Collin had been institutionalized from the sheriff's office, but he had no idea where he had been taken and was applying through the court to try and find out. And he said once he received the letter from Collin, he was so heartbroken and immediately started trying to get custody of him, which took several months. As we know, the court system is extremely slow. And John said, quote, Collin went in there when he was 11. So in 2016, I mean, that's so young. He was like the tiniest person. I think what makes me feel so sick is that she went in there one time to visit him and told him he'd ruined their family, and he was only 11 years old, all to protect her reputation. He didn't get to say goodbye to his siblings because they went to school that day, and then he was hospitalized. And Collin said that the institution wasn't as bad as the abuse, but that he was scared because he didn't know where he was going and didn't know why he was there.
That seems like the protocol for a lot of these programs or people that take an extreme approach to it. They don't let them say goodbye. They don't even really give them a heads up that they're going or talk them through it.
Yeah.
It reminds me of, obviously different, but the episode that we did on the troubled teen industry.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he was 11. But yeah, it is known that a lot of people just essentially pluck you out of wherever your environment is, and then
and not to judge, because I know in some circumstances that's the way it kind of needs to be.
Sure.
But
yeah,
it's really brutal on these kids.
So eventually John was able to get Collin out after all the custody battles, and Collin moved in with him and his sister Hannah, because at one point he was able to get custody of her as well. So now the family's kind of split. From my understanding, it's Collin and Hannah and John, which again, Collin and Hannah, both of them are part of this sextuplets. And then the other 4 sextuplets, and then Maddie and Kara, which are the 2 older
oldest.
twins,
Yeah.
are like in their mom's life. And I don't really think the siblings have a connection with each other.
Yeah, it seems like they all are, it's like 2 teams.
Yeah, essentially. Yep. Collin said that it took him a little while to get back to, regular life, especially with school, but luckily he was able to catch up. And he did say that weaning off his medication was a lot harder. As we mentioned before, he was 11 when he was put in this facility and got out 2 years after, basically 2 years after. So he was probably around like 12 or 13, I would say. And it wasn't until his sophomore year of high school, so roughly like 15, 16, that he was able to get off his medication.
And he had been taking that medication prior to even being institutionalized.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Wow.
And maybe I don't know anything about this, but it's interesting to me that the facility themselves didn't notice that he was being mistreated by his family. I'm interested to know why, like authorities weren't called to the family or anything.
Yes, wouldn't he probably have brought that up to someone there at some point that he was
being
zip-tied in the basement?
Maybe he would, but maybe not.
But also this place is so shitty that maybe he did and they didn't do anything about it or didn't take him seriously, didn't believe him.
Yeah, I don't know.
No one really knows. But yeah, in this interview, he also shared private records to disprove Kate's claim that he even has these diagnoses, these conditions. Who really knows? And that's really no one's business and should have never been from the jump.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, Collin also talks about how after he graduated high school, he decided to join the Marines. He said it's like a lifelong dream of his to serve his country. And so this is really confusing to me, but just weeks before his training camp was over, he was dismissed, discharged, or I guess...
He was discharged.
Okay. Yeah. So, and I guess I'll bring up my confusion once I explain this more. But here's his quote. He says, "I was discharged. I was towards the end of my training, very close to graduating. The paperwork was looked into and they found out that I was, in fact, in an institution at one point in my life. And see, they don't need any deeper reason. Being in an institution, that's good enough for them to discharge you."
Yeah.
Which I just don't understand why they would even allow someone to go through the process of going through training. From what I understand, military training ain't no joke. It fucking sucks.
Isn't Marines also like one of like the more intense ones?
I think it's known to be like super.
Yes. The Marines are. It's pretty hardcore. From what I'm no expert, but from what I've heard.
Mm-hmm.
So why would they allow someone to go through all of that training and all that work and then discharge them weeks before they're about to graduate? Why not just not allow them into the program at all?
From my own experience, somebody that I know was in a branch of the military, and they were discharged towards the end of their basic training.
So
and
same situation.
Same situation. So they went through the entire course, and then right before like graduating or whatever, they never went past basic training because they were discharged for having like anxiety or depression.
What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would they even allow people? Or maybe it's just kind of that's
unless
on you. Like, these are the rules. If you have these things, then it's your fault if you go through this.
I'm
and
thinking
you lie to us about it, or it's just weird. Wouldn't they know?
I think a lot of it too is like when they're going through when they're going through the basic training and stuff, they're like heavily they go through like a lot of like testing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably like with the person that I know, that's probably what happened.
Oh, okay.
But
so it wasn't something that was diagnosed or against
their
their rules?
I don't know. But it was weird that they were not discharged until the very end of their basic training.
See, what I'm not understanding though in Collin's case is he was in an institution, and I guess that's a rule that you can't have been institutionalized according to him. So why would they even allow someone who has this like on their record? Why don't they do a more thorough look into people before allowing them to go through basic training?
Yeah,
maybe someone
wish I had the answer to that.
Someone probably does out there. One of you let us know, because that was really strange to me and seems fucked up to make someone go through all of that for no reason.
At least this is what I found on Google. It says, yes, you need to disclose your medical history to go through basic training, but you usually don't need to submit your medical records directly, so like they go through your doctor.
So Hannah, one of Collin's sisters, the one that lives with John and him, backed up Collin's claims. She said during childhood, he would not get to come outside and play with us. He would eat dinner at different times than us. I don't think the effort was made in the home to help him learn what behavior is acceptable and what behavior is not acceptable. So I'm glad that she spoke out.
Yeah.
And then back in 2023, Maddie, one of the twins, also made a statement to her Instagram account on July 18th, sharing her side of the story. She said that she no longer talks to Collin because of his past alleged physical threats towards her. Maddie outlined the morals that she's adopted in adult life, alleging that Collin's personal beliefs no longer align with hers. She says, I never wanted to speak up about this in order to allow my brother the ability to live privately after the conclusion of our family's TV show. But I've been overwhelmed by hate messages in the last few days, and I feel I must set the record straight. I don't owe my... First of all, it's so fucked up that these kids are even on this, and then they have to deal with hate messages for the rest of their life. For what?
I know.
So
they never
insane.
agreed
to it.
I really hope that they've got a large cut of the funds that came from this show.
I hope
There's
so too.
word that the money, some of their money, I read this somewhere, I can't confirm, but that Kate had used some of the money that the kids had made, or kind of like the Mama June.
She pulled the Mama June.
Oh my God.
Maybe.
But right, that's alleged.
I would not be shocked. I mean, she loves
due to the court
J.
case
Crew,
and all
was
that
it?
stuff. And Taylor.
And Taylor
Law.
Right. She says, I don't owe my allegiance to any persons who has physically threatened me and every member of my immediate family, some incidents as recent as last year. Further, I will never allow someone who has exhibited hateful or even violent behavior towards others based on their racial identity, gender identity, or religious beliefs to be in my life. Kindness, tolerance, love, and acceptance are my core values in my life, and I refuse to compromise them for anyone, even my brother Collin, who has unfortunately made his opinions very clear in private. For me, there is no further conversation to be had about rebuilding relationships with anyone in my life after reaching the point of physical violence and hate speech. I cannot speak any further on why Collin has done these things, just that I have witnessed them. I've had hundreds of people messaging my private accounts with the most hurtful words you can imagine in the last few days. God. All without knowing the full truth of what we've been through. I'm asking for peace and privacy. No more hate mail going forward. Girl, just stop opening your DMs.
Yeah.
I never go in there. That is the land.
But that's
of...
like, when you're that famous though, like it's everywhere. It's on Google. It's on the Sun.
True.
It's on
And
People Magazine.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not just on your DMs.
And those accounts people are so crazy on. Have you ever read the comments on like People?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
These people roam the earth with us.
I
They're
know.
so mean.
I know, it's horrible.
Like I'll see a story where I'm like, oh, there's nothing anyone can say about that. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, Maddie made those statements after Collin, Hannah, and John were featured on an episode of Vice TV's Dark Side of the 2000s, which we've talked about before.
Yeah,
John
we
and
have,
Kate Family Circus. This was back in
We didn't
July.
talk about that specific episode. We talked about the Bachelorette one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll take a look at this though.
So Collin has been trying to reconcile his relationship with his siblings since then, saying, quote, I really, really hope one day that we can all reconnect and put the show behind us and just be siblings again and take back that time we didn't have. I mean, do with that what you will. But it sounds like, at least publicly, he's saying that he would like to have a relationship with them.
Yeah.
And after Maddie made this post, Kate actually went on Instagram herself and posted these two images to her grid in support of what Maddie had to say. So she says, I never wanted to have to do this, but I feel I have been backed into a corner and left with no choice. Although it saddens me to do so, I need to speak out now. My son, Collin, whom I love with all my heart, has received multiple psychiatric diagnoses over the years. For the safety of myself, his brothers and sisters, and for his own well-being, he was placed in a facility following years of outpatient treatment, which proved insufficient for his needs. The decision to admit him was made by emergency room doctors following one of his many attacks/outbursts, this one involving his use of a weapon. Fast forward to the present day, and following John's removal of Collin from treatment, my son's unpredictable and violent behaviors have sadly continued regularly towards John, Hannah, and others around him. Collin's distorted perception of reality is one of the many issues that he has always struggled with. As many people who have family members grappling with mental health issues can attest, it is rarely and sadly surprising when complete fabrications occur, and is just another heartbreaking facet of this fight. All parent-child relationships are complex, but when mental health illness is involved, it is incredibly complicated and painful, and certainly not easy for others on the outside to understand. All measures that were taken in our home were at the explicit recommendation of his pediatric psychiatrist and/or his team of specialists, and were put into place to safeguard every member of our family, our friends, as well as our family pets. Unfortunately, I believe Collin remains a very troubled young man who continues to need a lot of help. His brothers and sisters and I have not been directly involved in his life due to his history of unpredictable behavior and violent tendencies towards us. What his sister Maddie posted on social media recently is completely accurate, and I deeply appreciate her bravery in doing so. This is all I have to say on the matter, and I will not be discussing this subject any further at this time.
God, it's just sad. His family is like so destroyed, and
All their dirty laundry.
yeah, just none of this should have ever been out there at all.
Yeah.
And it goes back to, again, I feel like a decision should have been made to end that show, especially when one of their children was struggling so badly.
Yeah. Since Collin did the interview with The Sun in August, Kate hasn't made a personal comment, but her lawyer has made a statement saying, quote, she did what she did to protect herself and her family. And like we said, calling Collin's behavior troubled, continuing to say, quote, whatever took place, the ones that are truthful are the ones that took place. She has no comment because it's not going to change the past, and I don't believe she intentionally harmed any of her children in any way, shape, or form. She never wants to comment because she always knows that this gets taken out of context. She doesn't want to comment. She doesn't need to. The record speaks for itself.
I don't think Kate will make a response. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
she's going to have her lawyer.
Yeah. I don't think so either. Yeah, it's just really sad overall.
The whole thing is just sad.
I know.
Like the fact that the kids are being wrapped into it, especially like all the siblings that have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
Maddie's having to speak up and they feel like they have to take sides.
Yeah.
It's hard enough when your family's being, ripped apart and there's like different sides to be taken. I can't imagine that with your own siblings. And then you put this on TV for the whole world to see.
And sharing like, mental health struggles and diagnoses and all this personal information, her putting out there that something happened with a weapon, which I understand she feels like she needs to defend herself, but it's just like, haven't the kids had enough out there, dude?
Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys remember, but John too, like you were saying earlier, he's got all his issues. He was like on all the tabloids and
oh yeah,
I remember last I saw him, he was DJing. Wasn't he a DJ for a bit?
Yeah, he was DJing.
Oh gosh,
he's also working at a restaurant, I believe.
I feel like these kids have just it's never gonna end.
No, it's crazy. People still care so much after all this time too. Just like leave them alone.
They were always in the tabloids though. Like there was rumors that she was cheating on John with her bodyguard.
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
There were rumors that he was cheating on her. Like they've always had so much gossip and rumors around them.
I always think about if they could have seen the future and what this would do to their family. Not that the show is what caused them to divorce and have all these family issues. Those things very well could have happened.
Sure.
But like if they could, I'm sure they were psyched when they got this TV deal, right? I'm sure it was decent payday for them.
Probably.
And
especially after because it was really popular.
Yeah. And if it really was Kate's plan to have all these kids to get fame that way, which I don't know if I believe that. But I wonder if in that moment, if they were able to look into the future and see like where they would all be if they would have continued with this. I would hope the answer would be no.
From what I read, a lot of the kids, they went to college and they're doing their own thing. So, but obviously they're still like in the public eye.
Yeah. I can't imagine people like talking about like the intricacies of your family and that's just so awful to me.
Like everyone knows who your family is and stuff. Yeah.
God, like dissecting your mental health and divorce, like to have your parents divorce out there and everything.
Yeah.
I have to bring up Aspen Ovard again. My girl, she's done such an incredible job handling her divorce. Was completely exposed.
Yeah.
By I didn't even know. She was just telling me about it too. She said just somehow people found out about, I think, like tabloids found out about her divorce
public
before
records on the court.
Maybe
documents.
That's how. I don't know exactly how, but she was not ready to talk about it. And then now she's sort of talking about it, but she's being so careful about what she says. She's not like giving any of the details or speaking poorly about the father or anything, because she wants to protect her kids. Because who would want their kids to be able to look up, or be able to see, or other people see the details of your parents' divorce?
I know.
That's horrible.
It is.
Yeah.
I really can't even imagine.
It's
so crazy.
Absolutely horrific.
I mean, I used to watch the show back when it was big. I think I was like in high school or middle school or something like that. But they would literally follow the kids, like switch off all the kids, and that would be like the episode.
Yeah.
Ultimately.
Yep.
It's just like so insane.
Oh, the kids made the content.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then it just helped that they were crazy fighting all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like yelling at each other.
That's so horrible too. I can't imagine if some of my family's fighting from my childhood
That
was
is-
filmed
that
and
would be
out there.
So embarrassing.
Horrible.
It was like every episode, and then it'd be like Kate running in because the kids are fighting, and then the parents would fight, and it was
And
just,
she was just like mean to him.
There's this one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
There's this one part of the episode where they're at like at a Toys R Us or something, but the way she's talking to John is so like demeaning and degrading. Like,
oh yeah.
God.
like
She was brutal to him.
yeah, she was brutal to him, like treating him like a dog.
She would call him
actually.
like stupid and be like, "Oh, John, use your brain for once, you idiot!" Like
Oh
stuff
my
like that.
God. You think you would just clean it up while the cameras are there at least?
No,
Mm.
no, they fought so. God, they fought every single episode,
oh, yeah.
and then they'd be like, "Oh, but we're never gonna get divorced." Remember, they like went to Hawaii to renew
Yeah,
their vows, and I was
yes.
like, "What the hell are you people doing?"
That
They're like,
happened.
this is just like to prove that
Yeah.
we're mommy and daddy are together always. We're never gonna get divorced. I mean, they're like literally fighting the whole time.
Yeah,
Next
they-
year,
God.
They did their vow renewal in 2008, and then
Yeah.
literally like less than a year later,
Yep.
got a divorce.
Yep.
She was just on the show. Gosh, I think it was, I want to say maybe even last year. It's this celebrity SAS Who Dares to Win. It's like this show where they have to do like military challenges, and she was
What?
gone the very first
Oh,
episode,
no.
crying.
Kate,
What's it called?
this is so random.
Can we see some of it?
Oh, it's actually
probably
really entertaining. I'm not
copyrighted.
gonna lie. Jamie Lynn Spears is on it.
Oh, God. What a great lineup.
Mhm.
We-
What is it? Celebrity sass.
Yeah, so they're living and surviving on an ex-military base
mhm.
in the Chilean Andes.
Oh my God. What the
You have to.
What?
It's
This is so
actually-
ridiculous.
Oh, what's his name from Bravo, the TV show? Oh my gosh.
Andy Cohen?
No,
Andy
no.
Cohen's on that. I would die.
No, the guy that we were just talking about him, Raquel's, the guy
From
that she slept
Vanderpump?
with. Yeah, Vanderpump.
Oh,
I'm like-
Sandoval?
Yeah, he's
Tom
on the,
Sandoval's on
yes,
this?
he's on there, and it's
Dude,
so
that
funny.
is
He's like crying.
Oh my god.
Okay, I
Tom
need to
Sandoval.
see this.
Wait, that's actually so funny.
You get,
though.
and they're really short, so it's really funny.
Oh,
That's
they'll really
wild.
make some TV out of anything these days.
They really
And
will.
Suckers like me will watch it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Yep. Okay, this is just a side note also about Kate. It's reported that she earned $250,000 per episode at
Holy shit.
at the height of her reality TV stardom, but now her net worth is down to $500,000 according to Celebrity Net Worth. I don't know what it is.
Dude.
It's like, so I'm hoping that means that most of the money went to the kids, and that's why her net worth is only $500,000.
Most of the money went to Ann Taylor Loft.
She also was on Dancing with the Stars. I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
she
Yeah,
was.
paid
She
for that
was.
too. How do you lose all that money?
Well,
I guess you do have a lot of kids.
Well,
a lot
maybe
of
the
expenses.
kids, maybe the money went to the kids. You know, that's why she only has that much to her name specifically.
And they wouldn't have had any like Coogan accounts or anything set up.
Well, they're not in California or
Oh, right,
they're
yeah.
in
I
Pennsylvania.
always forget that.
Also, to correct myself, its show is called Special Forces World's
you.
Toughest Test.
That's vital information.
You want, in case you want to watch it.
It's funny that she's trying to get like on all these little shows like Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, she'll do
whatever
anything
she
for
can
that.
do.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
Yeah, boy.
She was also on Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, she was on there with the Trumpster.
Yep. I don't know. Very. Yeah. I don't know. I don't have a good feeling about her though. I think
Yeah.
she's definitely money hungry, and like you said, Kendall, I think it's just so bizarre that after you started having issues internally with your family that you didn't like just
Yeah.
completely end the show.
If it was that bad that there were weapons involved and
Yeah.
it sounded really serious. Yeah, I don't want to speak on whether or not I think, his allegations are true because other children are saying it's not my place. There's no, I mean, if that really did happen, that is fucking horrific and really,
Yeah.
really scary. And I just feel really bad for all of these kids subjected to this life of scrutiny that they never asked for. It's just really sad overall to have your family fall apart publicly over an extended period of time. Here we are in almost 2025 and people are still, messaging them and talking about them. And it's like, yeah, the brother, Collin did bring it up, but he has every right to talk about his story too. And yeah, I don't know. Really sad overall. Definitely want to hear all your thoughts.
Yeah. I'm curious to see if more will come out, like now that he seems to be speaking out more about it.
Guys, before we end the show, though, I kind of want to like get the mood up a little bit.
Okay.
I could use that.
Have you guys heard of Pesto the Penguin?
No, but I
So the penguin.
love the name.
Yeah,
It sounds like it could be a kid show.
Oh my
it
gosh.
does.
Pesto Penguin.
Pesto the Penguin.
He might be the subject of a new show. But this penguin was born in Melbourne, Australia.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
I'm an Australian expert.
Oh, yeah. You've been there one time.
I have been there for 3 days in Melbourne.
Well, this penguin was born in January 30th to parents Hudson and Tango. And he is the biggest recorded king penguin that they've ever seen.
Go off, Pesto.
Maybe even the world.
He's showing the fuck up. Let me see him.
Let's watch
He's
him.
that big gray boy.
Yeah.
Oh, he looks
he's
very
thick.
Cute. He looks like a thick boy.
Wait, are his parents? Why are his parents different colors?
His parent. Oh, because right now he's in the I forgot what it's called, but there's a.
Don't they grow their colors?
Yeah, that's like almost like molting, like rabbits.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I do remember that. Wow, and he's that big already?
Yeah, and he's
Pesto.
only 9 months old right now.
Pesto, dude, he's so puffy.
He's lovely.
I just want to hug him, but he would be mad if I did that.
He weighs almost 40 pounds or over 40 pounds.
And if you got fish, I'm gonna make you give it up.
What does this sound?
Their voice over him. He doesn't give a fuck. Look at him.
Look at how big he is.
I've been in these Arctic streets since. But recently, a coach found me. I'm the #1 draft pick of the Arctic cliff divers.
That's fucking right,
Pesto.
Pesto.
I've seen a lot in my 4 months.
4 months. I love him.
Corner, so I always got to watch my back.
I want to kiss him on his little nose. He's
Dude,
so
that's gonna be like
cute.
a conundrum. He's very special.
I love him. He's such a big guy.
He's such a big guy.
Play the next one.
Let's invite him on the show.
Oh, I love to just give him a
First
hug.
class
Like
from Melbourne.
I would do that for him.
I went to sea life in Melbourne.
Look how big he is.
Pesto the big-backed baby penguin.
Dude.
Big back baby
You guys were
penguin.
lying. He really is huge.
Pesto got back.
Has got back.
Yes, feed me, bitch.
That's right.
More, please.
Oh my gosh, he's amazing. I love him. Thank you for that.
Of course.
I needed that little
4
pick-me-up.
months. Me, 46 pounds. That's huge.
Dude,
Massive.
Dude, okay, so fully grown king penguins, only weigh about 31 to 37 pounds.
Dude,
So he's huge.
He's huge. He's bigger than almost all the adult penguins in his enclosure.
Oh, he is blessed
What
by
a
Joseph
king.
Smith.
He's been blessed.
I thought, all right, Joseph Smith, yes.
Him.
Anyways,
Well, I think we need to leave. That's going to be it for this week's sesh.
I love
you guys.
him.
We do love Pesto, and we are hoping that you're having a fantastic day. And let us know what you think of all the stories that we covered today. But that's going to be it for us on this episode of the sesh. We'll see you on the next one.
But until then,
Keep it fresh.
Yes.